Hi, it's me, Tree Town Tony. How's it going? I'm doing my one of my all-time favorite depression combating activities. Oh my god, I love it. Outside in the sunshine, there's this nice breeze around me. It's about 80 degrees. Birds are chirping. It's beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. This is so much better than Netflix. This is so much better than being like held up in my room, just feeling sorry for myself. This is so much better than that horrible depression I was in not too long ago. 2022. I was at my worst. Um, Sorry. I am also here with Diesel. I'm doing a favor for a friend. She's out of town, and I am taking care of her dog. What a better person to take care of your dog than a dog trainer. Anyway, 2022. You know, I was there. I mean, I was. The stories. I don't know if you've heard any of them before. Watched any of my other videos. I talk about that plan that I had with the 2 bottles of pills. That was one of many. That was one of many plans that I had at least partially executed, I could say, where I knew what the plan was and I actually took steps toward that plan to end it all. Obviously, I didn't get there. Well, no, that's not so obvious because I do know many people who have gone through and attempted and survived the attempt. Now, I never really got to that place where I had an attempt that would have required, hospitalization. I definitely had my share of self-harm. And that's why I was hesitant, because I'm like, well, maybe I didn't go through with, taking all those pills or, one of the other many methods I don't even want to get into. It's not what this is about. This is about surviving those thoughts. This is about overcoming that state of mind. It's about overcoming being in that deep, dark emotional state. It's about getting through that, getting to a place where you feel okay. And then from that place, you start to feel good. And I know I'm not big on method. Do this, do that, take this step, take that step. I keep things pretty simple. All of our bodies are different. All of our situations are different. All of our mental capacities are different. I know what works for me. I know that it's very similar to what many, many, many other people do. And I know it so well almost because I have spent so many years avoiding what it was going to take to get well. How crazy is that? But that's part of what happens when you get into that cycle of depression. When you get into that, it tends to grab a hold of you and it tends to keep you down. It tends to be like this huge dead weight that just has itself attached to you. And it feels like there's just no way of breaking free. And I think what was happening with me and my mind for maybe for a certain amount of time, I don't know, years, is that I felt like there was no way I was going to overcome that. There was no way I was going to be able to beat that. There was no way I was just going to have to figure out a new combination of prescription medications, some other solution. I don't know. it just seemed like nothing was going to work, and I was probably just going to have to consign to the fact that I'm going to be living in the suicidal depression where I'm just not interested in engaging in my life. I'm angered easily, very emotional, swing emotionally. Anger, happy, mad, sad, blah, blah, like a pinball. Bing, 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 bing. One emotion after another. A complete mess. I was in that place where I was just going through the motions all the time. And, I've mentioned this before, but I don't like to think about the fact that there are probably a lot of days like today that depression had a hold of me and kept me down. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. He got tangled up on his leash. It's not hopeless. You're not hopeless. There are ways out. But I found that regardless of the method that it takes to get out of this state of mind, to get out of this prison, this emotional hole, in order to overcome the trauma from my past, I had to take action. I had to do things, okay? I know it sounds really vague in general, but I basically had to take action as opposed to not taking action, as opposed to making excuses. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it later. Blah, 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 blah. I don't need to. It's not that important. I can put it off till next week. No, I need help. Now is the time to take action. Now is the time for me to start doing things that I know are good for me. And I think that's it in its simplicity. I knew that there were healthy things that I could do to improve my overall state of being, to improve how I felt at my default setting. Instead of my default setting being absolute misery, it started to become something that I started to look forward to doing good things for myself. Like, instead of just wishing I could just go back to sleep and just not be awake and not be a part of my life, I'm preparing for bed and I'm thinking about what I get to do the next day, the activities I get to participate in, the exercising I get to do, or a workout I get to do, or a dog I get to visit, or a friend I get to hang out with. I start looking forward to things that I'm going to be doing the next day. I started doing these things like adding some healthy foods to my diet. Again, I didn't make some big giant 180 change, but eventually I got myself to a diet that is very reasonable, is very healthy, and that works for me. Same thing with exercise. Started really slow. At the gym, I started at the lowest weights possible. I worked on limited repetitions, just kind of getting my body moving, just kind of moving things around, getting things, going from the couch to the gym. Okay, like I didn't go in there and do 1,000 crunches and 10,000 push-ups and pull-ups and all this stuff and then walk out like all ripped. And I also didn't go in there and go in like like I've been working out for a year and I'm just picking up back where I left off, and now I'm just like going all out. Like, no, I started off slow, and like 3 days a week. Excuse me. And then I started adding more weight. Started doing more repetitions. Started pushing myself a little bit further and further each time. Same with walking. Just walking a few blocks and back. And eventually I got up to a half a mile. I was walking half a mile 3-4 times a week. Next thing I know, I actually walked a mile for the first time. And after a short period, I'm walking multiple miles every day. And now I'm at a place where I went from struggling to walk from the couch to the bathroom and back, struggling to walk down the hallway of my building, struggling to do anything that took any sort of physical effort, to walking 5-6 miles a day, sometimes 7-8 miles. Having my rest days and my mild days be like I've only walked like 3 miles. I only walked 3 miles. What is that? That's not me. Is that me? It can be you too. I don't know, what activities you like, what things make you feel good inside to do. Maybe schedule something that you know that you enjoy. Schedule some time for yourself. Do something healthy. Eat a healthy meal. Get outside, breathe some fresh air. Say thank you. Thank you. That's pretty good. I caught my balance. I have a diabetic neuropathy. And I have little to no feeling in my feet, so a lot of times if I close my eyes, I kind of wobble a little bit. Listen, I know you can get through this. I know you can win. I know you can overcome. I know you can do it. But you gotta start somewhere. Do one nice healthy thing for yourself. Drink a lot of water. Get hydrated. Move your body around a bit. Maybe call an old friend. Have a nice conversation. Laugh with somebody. You deserve it. I love you. I'm here for you. I understand. You can get through this. You can overcome it. I know you can. Thank you. Thank you for letting me serve you. Thank you.